Hi everybody. Today we're going to be talking about two great tools for researchers, Google Books and Google Scholar. Google Books is a great way to look for excellent materials that you may not have access to at your local library. Here, for example, I've done a search on blended learning, and immediately I get over 188,000 results. Now, that doesn't mean that all of these books are available in full text, but it's a great way to start out a research project. As I take a look at my results, notice that I can break them down by hitting the Simple Tools button over here. I can first of all find out if I want to see any books, just those with a preview, or those that are full ebooks, or those that are totally free Google ebooks, which tend to be things in the public domain. I can also specify what type of document, whether I want books or magazines. I can specify when these items were published, and I could change my relevance sort to be sorted by date instead if I want to make sure that I'm finding just things that are the most recent. As I said, you can't always see the full text of the Google Books that you are finding. The books could, of course, be presented as full text, which means they're out of copyright and in the public domain. It also means you can usually download or print those particular books, or they might appear as a limited preview. And that's when the publisher or the copyright holder has allowed us to see just some of the book. Or it could be just a snippet view where it just gives a few sentences that will display your search term in context. And of course, there is the other option where there's no preview and it's just giving you the bibliographic info about the book. And even in that case, though, as you'll see here on my screen, you can often find out what are some important keywords related to this book. This is really useful for researchers as well because it may be terms that you have not considered as using as your search terms. So Google Books are a great way to navigate through the world of research. It's a great place to start a research project, whether it's for your professional research or if you're working perhaps with secondary students as well. The other tool is Google Scholar. Now, Google Scholar is going to hold a really large collection of professional journal articles. However, it won't be everything there because the majority of scholarly journal articles are still sort of behind the paywall of different academic journals, and you have to pay for those subscriptions. We would generally find those types of things using items like ProQuest, Academic Search Complete, EBSCO, that kind of thing. But Google Scholar will still give you a pretty nice window into the academic world because more and more frequently writers and researchers are asking that their work become more publicly available. So if you go to Google Scholar, one of the first things you ought to do is set up alerts. You can go in there and add whatever queries you want, search terms, topics, etc. And every time Google Scholar adds something that has that specific subject heading or tag, you will get an email about it. Now, here I've done a search in Google Scholar for a topic related to my dissertation, which was about metacognition and learning. And here I've done my search. There's over 111,000 results that are freely available here. Notice I can also use the limiters on this side, and I could limit the time period that I wanted to find my articles for. The other things that I'm pointing out here are that related articles are available. If you'll notice, there's a link under each of these entries, which of course could lead me to a wealth of great research related to my topic, because sometimes we find a great article and we want 20 more like it. Google Scholar has taken care of that by adding the related articles link. The other link is the cited by link. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more. So in Google Scholar, you can really expand your research. You can do that by going backward and forward from the particular article that you found. First, obviously, everybody knows that you can go backward in research by using the article's references or bibliography to obviously know which sources that particular author used. However, you can also, using Google Scholar, you can go forward by using the cited by link. This will help you discover articles that have cited the one that you are looking at. This is an invaluable tool for gaining perspective on a topic, checking to see if your analysis matches, and your interpretation of the particular article is also how others have interpreted that article, and so on. And obviously, if you're using the cited by link, you're getting research that is more recent than the particular article you were looking at. So again, those links are very clearly found beneath each citation that is part of your search results. And then, of course, if I hit that cited by research for the first one, I'm now seeing all the articles that were citing that McCormick article from the first screen. So great tools again for research, Google Books and Google Scholar.